Being surrounded doesn't always mean the game is over. These suspects found openings no one saw coming, turning police pursuits into intense battles of wits. Welcome to FlashMoment, where every move can change the game. This man turned the chase into a game of cat and mouse, except the mouse decided to stay still. Instead of running, he hid beside the car while officers rushed past just a few feet away without noticing him. Maybe the most dangerous place really is the safest. While police kept looking ahead, the man they were searching for was right under their noses. He was eventually arrested, but for a few minutes, the mouse had the whole pack of cats running the wrong way.
You write down your name and birthday for me? Southbound, just south of 24, Texas, Robert King Paul, 3621. Good stop.
On May 18th, 2023, a traffic stop on Interstate 530 in Arkansas turned into a battle of wits after the driver of a Maserati gave a false date of birth. When the officer moved to a fingerprint scan, the driver kept glancing back at the car before suddenly making a break for it and taking off.
You write down your name and birthday for me? Take it off, 1037.
What stood out was that he wasn't just trying to outrun police. He kept disrupting the officer's rhythm. When the officer tried to use the Maserati's acceleration to set up a TVI, the driver hit the brakes at just the right moment, sending the patrol car ahead and creating space for himself. At exit 27, he suddenly changed direction at high speed, but the officer reacted quickly enough to stay with him.
Speed's about 130. He's all on the road. He's trying to keep us busy.
About 8:30 feet over right track. She's 10:15. She's not going to be able to.
About 15 miles later, he tried the same move again at exit 12, this time at around 140 miles per hour. The officer knew trying to match that turn could cost him control, so he had no choice but to overshoot the exit. The suspect didn't need to be faster than police forever. He only needed to make them slow down once. By the time the patrol car doubled back, the Maserati was gone.
No, we're coming up on the Woods and Lateral exit right now. It's Bay 3140.
Traffic law.
He's taking the Woods and Lateral exit, but I had to pass it.
But before he ran, he had already left behind his fingerprints, and he was arrested the next day. Outsmarting police on the road is one thing. Outsmarting what you've already left behind in the system is another.
To continue northbound, I'm not sure.
$100,000 lumens seems a little excessive for a flashlight, unless you're trying to light up your escape route too. Police brought flashlights to find him. He brought the sun to fight back. On April 29, 2022, Vicky White left an Alabama jail with Casey White, claiming she was taking him for a mental health evaluation. But when the patrol car was later found abandoned, it triggered a massive manhunt. What stood out was that the person who helped Casey walk through the door was the very person responsible for keeping it closed. As the jail's assistant director, Vicky turned the trust placed in her into the system's biggest vulnerability. "33-year-old Nicholas Garrison was waiting to be sentenced on a drug-related charge when he suddenly decided he had somewhere else to be. He jumped up, bolted past the officers, and turned the courtroom into an unexpected sprint track. Maybe Garrison thought his legs could do a better job than his lawyer. Running out of court might buy a few extra minutes of freedom, but it's also a pretty quick way to make your sentence worse. On November 9, 2022, this suspect turned Los Angeles rush hour traffic into a moving shield, constantly weaving and changing lanes to make it harder for the units behind him to close in. 3 passengers bailed out along the way, but the driver kept going, apparently convinced that as long as the car was still useful, the chase wasn't over. What stood out wasn't just his speed, but knowing when to use it and when to leave it behind. On open roads, the car gave him a way to create distance. But once he reached South Gate and the vehicle stopped being useful, he immediately changed tactics. The car had done its job, so he discarded it like a chess piece that had outlived its purpose. From there, the high-speed chase became a neighborhood-wide game of cat and mouse. Backyards, fences, and blind spots gave him the cover the freeway never could. Just a few seconds out of sight were enough to force police to shift from pursuit to containment and a search operation. The car helped him run, but the neighborhood helped him disappear. By that evening, the search was still underway. He didn't need to outrun police for the entire chase. He just needed to change the game before they could adapt.
William 160 headquarters. I'll deal with that vehicle at 6th. 1080. West Niagara.
Imagine getting police to call off the chase twice, only to lose in the end because you ran out of gas. On December 2nd, 2023, in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, John had already pulled off most of the hard part. He took off, prompting officers to terminate the pursuit for safety reasons, and even drove past his own house multiple times without stopping, apparently realizing police were waiting nearby.
Come on, man.
So I'm going home.
All right. Why you were running from us?
We're blocking his truck.
What? Put your hands on your truck for me right now.
Huh?
Are you a little intoxicated?
No.
Why were you running, man?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you doing okay? You have a medical emergency or anything?
Stop.
What's going on, Matthew?
It's not Matthew.
Oh, I'm sorry, John, right? Fleeing from us, though.
Grabbing gas, going home.
I get that, but why were you fleeing from us downtown?
I'm just going home.
You've been fleeing from us the whole time. I've had it on video. You
I'm
want
just going home.
Okay. Did you have much to drink tonight?
I don't know.
Not enough? Okay. Are you saying that you never fled from us?
I'm just trying to go home.
And that's your story?
Yeah.
Okay. You're under arrest.
Okay.
got a knife in the right pocket.
Go it. Do what you got to do. It's not on me. All right.
You want him to do one first?
Well, we got to go down to the PD for Fields.
Right.
So,
I just figured since I tried to stop him.
But while John kept track of where the police were, he forgot his fuel gauge was keeping track of him. After getting away twice, he pulled into a gas station and accidentally turned it into a meeting point for the patrol units. When officers surrounded his pickup, John calmly insisted he was just getting gas and going home, as if the previous two pursuits had never happened.
Handcuffs off. Obviously, if there's any issues, you're going to go right back in them, okay? But we want to make sure that we give you this opportunity to see if you're safe. Have you ever been through this kind of testing before?
yep.
Do you mind taking your hat off for me?
I wanted to get dirty. Good? Yeah.
I'm going to have you put your heels and toes together, and I want you to follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only. Do you understand? Keep looking. The next test I'm going to have you do is called the walking. 3? I only took 3, but I want you to take 9, okay? And when you're doing this test, I'll have you get back in that stance. I want you to count out loud. 1, 2, 3. You can.
1, 2,
What you're going to do for this next one, you're going to have your heels and toes together, okay, with your hands down at your side while you're...
1. Nope. Can I switch?
Yeah, that's fine.
1,
Make sure you have that
2,
toe pointed
3,
out.
4, 5,
Make sure you have your
6,
toe pointed out, please.
7, 8.
What?
No.
Okay.
Just
What's wrong?
left me hurts. 1, 2, 3.
Like to do one more test. This doesn't determine my decision on an arrest or not. I've already made that decision in my head. I'm not going to let you know yet. But this will either, support or support not an arrest, okay? So would you be willing to? Okay, thank you. So it shows zeros. Have you ever blown into one of these before? Okay.
John's breath test came back at 0.194, making this his second OWI. He also faced charges for fleeing in a vehicle, THC possession, and more than $1,200 in traffic fines. Maybe police never really lost twice. They just let the gas tank take the final shift.
So as long as you can continue to be decent with me, we'll be decent with you, okay, bud?
I'm not gonna.
Okay, sounds good. Have a seat there for me. Just hang tight for me, okay?
Alonzo Perez turned the interrogation room into a test the police didn't even know they were taking. He broke the hinge, securing his handcuffs, then calmly hid his hands when the detective returned. His smartest move was making them believe he still couldn't run. Once he was alone, Perez climbed through the ceiling, escaped the station with the cuffs still on, and took a truck that had been left running. Nearly 40 minutes passed before police realized the room was empty. Perez stayed on the run for 5 days before he was captured again. The broken cuffs gave him the opportunity, but the 40-minute head start was what made the escape work. On November 25, 2022, an orange Chevy Camaro pushed an Arkansas State Police trooper to nearly 130 miles per hour. But the driver didn't seem interested in winning on speed alone. He kept weaving through heavy traffic, leading the pursuit straight toward Memphis, Tennessee. The closer they got to Memphis, the clearer the plan became. He didn't need to outrun the trooper. He just needed to lead him to the one place where the chase had to stop. Even as traffic thickened ahead, the Camaro kept threading between trucks as if the state line were the real finish line. Then the "Tennessee welcomes you" sign came into view. Probably the best welcome sign the Camaro driver had ever seen, and the last one the Arkansas trooper wanted to see. The Camaro crossed the state line, and the trooper ended the pursuit and turned back. A chase that reached nearly 130 miles per hour ultimately came down to a sign on the side of the road.
Don't play with me. Oh! What the fuck? That should be pretty easy.
This man apparently didn't need a getaway car waiting for him. His plan was to use whatever vehicle happened to come along at the right moment. As soon as Albuquerque police discovered he had an active warrant, he took off, ran across a freeway, and repeatedly tried to climb onto or hang from moving vehicles.
And maybe that's the issue. So we'll make sure that it's your brother. To Baker 123 to 010 right here, 20.
Head northbound towards the big guy. On course.
10-4 Charlie 118, Charlie 122. 10-4. Where'd he go?
Get down on the ground!
Baker 123
Down on
20
the
now.
ground!
What made him so difficult to catch was that he kept changing his escape plan on the fly. The moment officers closed in on foot, he went looking for a vehicle. If one didn't work, he moved on to the next. At one point, he even clung to the side of a blue Hyundai, forcing officers to continue the chase while also worrying about the safety of drivers who had suddenly been pulled into it.
Baker 123, 1013.
Charger, stop! Get down on the ground, this is over! Hit units by the Home Depot!
for?
Better stay down. Depot or the tracks to Walmart. 2550 cores. Tell them to lock down.
10-4.
Police weren't just trying to figure out where he was going. They also had to guess which car would become his next ride. He may be one of the few suspects who didn't need a getaway car ready because he treated all of Albuquerque like his personal garage.
Let's pick him up, get him over here. I want to get this yellow car as a witness. He got dragged by the truck.
Get up.
I'll run for days, mate. I'll run for days. He's running round back, running round back. Stay where you are. Police officer, taser. Mate, you're not going to get away. I'll run for days, mate. I'll run for days. Mate, I'm on your ass. Stop. You're not going to get away. Get him, you're under arrest. Okay. You're under arrest. Controlling coercive behaviour.
This chase proves that sometimes it's not speed that catches the suspect. It's an officer who refuses to give up.
No, that's what I come here for, was a run.
A joint operation between DEA Detroit and the Michigan State Police appeared to have the suspect boxed in right there in the parking lot. But as the unmarked police vehicles closed in, he chose the most aggressive way out, using his own car to break through the perimeter, colliding with two unmarked vehicles before finding a way out.
12 on that Hollow Street. What are we doing here? There's a couple tires. Front okay. Yeah, get right here. Alright, right up on this one. Out of traffic, you know what's going down.
From that point on, his strategy seemed focused on one thing: keep the car moving. Police stayed close behind and performed a PIT maneuver, but he kept going. Each time officers put him in a difficult position, he found enough open space to extend the chase, eventually forcing police to call off the pursuit without making an arrest.
Taking a westbound shot onto that street. I know they made it through.
But the most telling detail came afterward. DEA and MSP later found the vehicle abandoned. The suspect seemed to understand that once he was out of sight, the same car that had helped him escape could become the easiest thing for police to track. He didn't need to win the entire pursuit. He only needed enough distance to turn a vehicle chase into a manhunt. These moments remind us that in a battle of wits, no one truly has the upper hand, because one careless second can flip the entire game. Subscribe and tell us which moment surprised you the most.